Hello, welcome to Frostpunk. The gist of the game is basically to survive the apocalyptic winter. And first scenario is a new home. Now, without wasting much time, let's go. To reduce information overload, I will explain the relatively important stuff as the game unfolds, and hopefully you will get a better understanding and also be able to enjoy the game from a viewer's point of perspective. So in a nutshell, the cold, we are fighting the cold. We need to prevent our people from falling ill, because when they are ill, they can't work. Yeah. So a new home, basically everybody's dead. We have a bunch of small survivors that made it up north, and they found a generator. Now, I will not, obviously won't show the introduction. You can look it up on YouTube, the trailer for the beginning of the campaign. Now, let's go. We have to survive. So we start out in this crater. That object there is the generator. And lo and behold, our first quest. We need to find some coal to start the generator. Okay. We'll pause the game here. Now, our first order of things is indeed finding coal is important, but we also need technology. So we'll build a workshop here. Right? Now, we have 80 people here, 65 adults, 15 children. Children are not allowed to work, as you see at the bottom right here. See, prohibited. 15 adults are engineers. 5 of them are normal working adults. Engineers only, only engineers can work in technical shops, such as like this workshop. The rest can work anywhere. So wooden crates. Okay, let's assign. Or how about, let's see whether we can build a gathering post too. So a gathering post basically acts like a depot where you put 10 people to work in there, and rather than allocate 15 people to each resource pile, you have 10 that will gather from all around 3, so it's much more efficient. Now, because we did that, we're out of wood, so we'll send some people here together. Coal, let's gather more lumber. Lumber is important. More coal. Steel. Steel is alright, and the rest will go to coal. So now we have nobody that's idle, everyone is working. So we unpause the game and let it run just a little bit more. And while the people are gathering, while you're appreciating the graphics, so let's have a look at the UI. Oh, something came out. We need to, oh yes, so he's telling us that we need to enact laws. Since everybody's dead, you're starting out a new society, so they recommend child labor. Ask the children to work. Hope will fall. Child workers can be injured by accidents. So it's up to us whether to choose it or not. Personally, I'm not one for child labor. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually emergency shift. This one basically says that rather than work a normal 10 hours, you do 24 hours. So when you do this, discontent will rise. And enacting the law too, discontent will rise. Now watch. So we enact the new law, discontent rise, but what to do? We need to survive, alright? If you don't work, everybody's gonna die. So we have to make some sacrifices, like it or not. So we built the gathering hut here, is under construction. Now this icon says that it's not connected by a road. So you need to connect the road to the main hub. Basically the road will act like a power cable, so you will draw power from the generator. Now up here we see that now we have a bit of coal. We can switch it on. The generator is off. We can switch it on. So we have heat, we have power, and hopefully people won't freeze and starve to death. Now our workshop is complete, but we need to put engineers inside there. So we'll take 5 off from here, put 5 there, and we have research. Now we have so many panels. I won't go to elaborate them yet because it's information overload. So let's start with faster gathering. We need to gather all these resources quicker so that we can tack up and build more important structures. So we'll speed up the time just a little bit. You don't have to wait in real time for them. Okay, so see, the gathering hut is done. Now this shows that it doesn't have workers inside. So we'll pull the workers off here, put them here, and we can pull them off these piles too. So now this gathering hut will manage steel and lumber. 50. So I think we can put another one here for steel and the 2 wood piles here, so we don't have to allocate so many people. So I think here is good, not adjacent to street, but that's not a problem. We'll just extend this here like that and unpause the game and let them go on. Oh, we have 20 people that are not working. This is not good. So we'll add more here. Another 10 people already researching there. Steel early game is not important. Steel is to for research purposes. So we'll just get more lumber. Lumber is good. Need to build more structures. Okay, so we got notification. No roof over our heads. They're complaining. We need houses. Fine. So you have 2 options. We have 2 days to provide shelter for 40 people, or you have 2 days to provide shelter for 80 people. Now, you make a promise, and if you don't deliver, they're gonna get even more grumpy. So we'll take the first one, which is slightly easier. And once here too, what is it? Family torn apart. Oh, so the woman's telling you that, oh, please help me find my family. Then there's nothing we can do. Say that, no promises, but we'll do what we can. Okay, so we need to build some houses. You say here 80 people are homeless. You actually can see them. There they are. Now is a free time. So if they're not working, they'll just hang around near the generator, because the work time is from I think 8 a.m. until about 6 p.m. Okay, so let's build a few houses. So basic house is just a tent. So build 2 tents. This is the wisdom of the crowd. Nah, nothing, not important. Just waiting for this gathering hut to be done so we can pull the people off here into the gathering hut. We are approaching day 2. Top here you can see that this is the like a ticker counter. We're reaching day 2. And this little thermometer says that about day 4 the temperature will drop even further. So once gathering hut is done. Oh yeah, so work is from 8 a.m. to 6, so working hours. I'm gonna be a little mean here. I'm gonna tell them to work 24 hours for research, because we really need the tech. So taskmaster, go, and immediately this content goes up. Oh, lack of shelter and emergency shift. Oh, and 1 person has fallen sick. So because that happens, we will need to build medical post, but we don't have enough lumber. That's why we need to. Oh, okay. So we can introduce a new law. What I'm gonna do is even extended shift. Work 14 hours rather than 10 hours. So what happens over time will cause discontent, and discontent will rise slightly when we sign this law. There we go. Grumble, 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 but we got no choice. You don't work, everybody is gonna die. So you can grumble all you want. This is for the good of all of you. Okay. So we finish faster gathering, and the next thing we probably need would be beacon. Now, what is beacon? Beacon will help you explore and send out expedition teams to gather more resources. So let's start researching the beacon first. Because these guys here are working 24 hours. So we're not gonna waste their their shift by not researching anything. So research done. Okay. His free time is 5 a.m. So they'll start at 6. There's still 60 homeless people and 2 sick people. Oh crap. We'll need to build a medical post for them, but we need lumber. Okay. Now we got lumber, we can put the medical post here. Okay. Now we told them that we needed to provide shelter for, I think, 40 people in 2 days. So the bottom left here says that you have 1 day and 7 hours left to provide shelter for at least half your citizens. But like I mentioned, if you don't fulfill that promise, the discontent will rise a lot. So let's just finish this quest here. 1 tent, 2 tents. Each tent will house 10 people. So that's another 20 people. Okay, beacon's done. Let's get a new research up. Heating, steam hub. Probably sawmill or steelworks. Maybe steelworks, but we'll need 10 lumber. So we get 10 lumber. Steelworks basically will extract the ore from the ground, convert it to steel. Steel is used for research, like so many stuff to research. So think of it as a long-term investment. Now, beacon is researched. We can build one. Yeah. Again, we're out of lumber. So, he's telling us now. People need to eat. We have raw food, but nobody to cook them. See, raw 100 food up here, but no cookhouse to cook them yet. That's not too big a deal yet. We need 20 lumber. Okay, so let's build our first cookhouse here. We put it here or here. Here looks good. Now, obviously, the further away the structures are from the generator, the more susceptible they are to coal. They also provide us with the heat map. You can see here. So red is good, blue is bad. So ideally you don't want to go too bad. You see, like here, the people are working here, the temperature is chilly, low risk of getting ill. So as mentioned, we don't want them to fall ill, because they fall ill, they can't work, then the production just goes down and people start dying, and it's just a chain reaction. Okay, so we've got steelworks done. Let's go research something else. Beacon is done. Alright, we'll start on steam hubs. Steam hubs is basically just a hub where it'll provide heat, but the downside is it will burn more coal, so you can't just place them all over the place, because if you run out of coal, the main generator will shut down and people will die again. Alright, so we need workers in the medical posts and some people to cook. So we will pull people off this coal hub. This one. Alright, let's put cookhouse. Let's put here. Medical. Oh, okay, now see, medical, we need engineers. So we can't just put anybody here. So where are all the engineers? Oh, okay, here, none here. Let's put some normal people. 5 engineers. Still have 5 more surplus. Lumber can't hurt. Need lumber. You can also check. We can check our production. Okay, so we are in the positive for coal. Food currently, nope, not yet. Health, it's okay. Housing, it's okay. Steel and wood, it's okay. Alright. Since we have lumber, might as well house the rest. Resources, steelworks, okay. Oh, maybe we'll build a steelworks. Now, steelworks you only can build on allocated or special plots here, where they say there's a coal deposit underneath. So you mine the coal up and convert it to steel. Now, so we need to join it here and here. Okay. Also, let's get those people housed. If not, then they'll grumble, get sick, and then they'll die. Okay. All right. So you promised them and you fulfilled it. Hope rises. We still have 30 more homeless people, so we need 3 more tents. The problem is, again, we're short on lumber. Oh, okay, we can enact the new law. So what we're going to do is we're going to use child shelters instead. Since the children cannot work, we'll send them to child shelter where they get education, and later on they will help with the research, so they will research quicker. So I think that's a good call. Let's not be child exploitation and ask them to go and work out in the cold. It's bad. So we have now the new tech is unlocked child shelter. Again, we are low on lumber. So there we go. To work. Steel wreckage. Okay, now since we already have a steel works here, I will let's pull the people off here, put them to work here, and yeah, more lumber is needed. We require more lumber. And the child, we already have a cookhouse, so child shelter. Let's put it behind the workshop. Okay, seems good. Let's finish up the house. What is this? Oh, steam. So steam hub is researched. Where else can we go? I think since we are so short on lumber, let's go for sawmill, something that can harvest wood quicker. Let's finish up this. Wait a minute. Medical post, okay, it's functioning, but these people are not getting treatment. I can't do anything about it. Oh, or maybe they will get treatment after the work hour is done. So since like this is a city planner, so ideally you don't just plonk your stuff everywhere as and when you like. It's good to build, like, put your houses. Oh, I'm sorry, we researched the beacon, but we didn't build it yet. My bad. Okay, so beacon, nobody needs to stay in there, so we can actually put it out away. You don't have to put it so near the heated areas. Okay, so they say child shelter, they say people can work without worrying that something will happen to the kids. Hope rises. So we're a good mayor, although we ask people to work long hours, but we're still good. We still need that tech, but we cannot ask them to work 24 hours non-stop, because there's a cooldown for this this option here. And if you do it too often, also they're gonna become very, very discontent now. See, they're getting hungry, but we already have food rations, so we don't have raw food. So no point the people work in the cookhouse. Let's just take them out and put them elsewhere. Let's just gather more lumber. Okay, so we got 30 homeless people. Let's give them some homes. 1, 2, 3. Now needs road again, so we'll connect this one here. Seems good. Alright, let's speed up time. Oh, something came up. A lot of thanks. Okay, yeah. So we should try to address this. 6 hungry people, 2 sick people, and homeless. So we already have a medical post. We already cooked all our raw food. So the next step will be Hunter's Hut to hunt food. But again, we'll wait for the next day. Gather more lumber. So steel wreckage is depleted. Okay, so this gathering hut has almost gathered all the required resources. Oh, our 20-minute segment is up. So we'll save here now, and I will see you in the next segment.